If you ever find yourself being broadcasted bad vibes by a certain person, do not take it personal right away. Because if you knew the reasons of why this person is broadcasting bad vibes at you, you would just do a face palm. And they will probably do when they realize who you are, maybe. Because many times people may broadcast bad vibes at you just because they confused you with someone that they hold grudges against, maybe because of physical similarities or whatever that may have been going through their heads at the moment. But that's something that we're gonna leave for another time, because today I wanna tell you about gossips and why I decided to no longer trust gossips. So the first reason that I chose not to trust gossips anymore is because people understand only what they want to understand instead of listening to what you're actually saying. And this affects the way they perceive the story, and then when they pass it to the next person, they're gonna only tell what they understood instead of what you actually said. So this person, which may be you, right, receiving a second-hand information, will not get the original story, but only some version of it. And this changes everything. This may change the way you feel towards the person who actually told the story. And that is why you don't want to trust gossips before analyzing the information that you receive. Do not consider every source of information reliable. Think about it before allowing it to impact the way you feel. And the second reason why I chose to no longer trust gossips and information coming my way from all kind of sources is because people tend to change the story before passing it to the next person to fit their personal needs. And this is a huge thing that is happening all over the place. And that is why you need to develop a thought of your own. Like, think through the information that you receive. Don't take it for granted right away. Like, think about it. Is this information that I just received reliable? Is this person a reliable person? Do not consider every person in your life a reliable source of information. Do not trust everybody, because some people, even people that you have been having in your life for so long, like years maybe of friendship, they may be manipulating you. You can never know, until you catch them once and twice and three times. Even then, they may like convince you that you got it all wrong. Like, they may gaslight you. And you don't want this kind of people around you. You don't want this kind of people in your circles. That is why I always say, like, I would rather have one real friend instead of 10 fake. No, it gets actually better than this. I would rather have no friends and chill by myself instead of having a fake friend, 1, 2, 10, 100,000 friends who do not want anything good for me, who do not care about me. So only the people that are real with you, only the people who will tell you the truth, no matter how hard it seems, are the ones that you want to keep in your life. Only the people who you feel that they care about you are the ones that you want to trust and accept information from. But again, you still question the information. Even if someone seems caring, you can't know. Like, sometimes they may be in their ego mind, sometimes they may be like who knows, like something may be happening in their mind, in their life, and they may be telling you information that is not 100% correct. And if you take it for granted, then this will change the ways you feel, the ways you think about a certain person, a certain individual, and you will act differently when you see them, right? You will hate them maybe, right? Just because someone told you something that is not true. So before acting, before allowing information to impact the way you feel towards certain people and situations, question it, question it, question it 100 times, like reanalyze it and reanalyze it and reanalyze it until it makes perfect sense. Meanwhile, feel positive towards these people, because, or feel negative towards them if their actions have shown you that this person is actually a dangerous manipulator, maybe, then be aware of this person. So this is the last thing that I want to share with you. Why do I actually want to, no, it's actually not the last, but why do I want to, why did I stop caring about gossips? Is because I figured out it's way better to go and talk to people, interact with them, experience this person, see who they are, how they act, how they talk, witness them, their being through their actions, witness their mind, their expression, and develop a conclusion on my own about who this person is, instead of allowing gossips coming from all over the place to create an image of who this person actually is inside my head. Because again, next time I see this person, my image of them will impact the way I feel and act towards them. And you don't wanna act in a negative way towards someone that loves you, maybe, right? Same as you don't wanna act loving and caring towards someone that does not care about you. And another reason why I stopped caring about gossips, this is maybe the most important one, is because they prevent you from focusing on the important things and do not allow you to spend your time productively, Like, think about all the gossips that you've been hearing lately. Imagine what kind of thoughts you would have developed if these gossips never even reached your ear, Like, people are talking to you about this guy and about that guy and about this situation and about that situation, Imagine if you could stay deaf to all these gossips and focus on your next project, focus on your next business idea, focus on yourself. How can I grow more as a person? How can I improve my being? How can I evolve mentally, intellectually, spiritually? What are some of the things that I can do to improve myself? Gossips will only hold you stuck in an unhealthy mental condition and prevent you from progressing further. So simply stop caring about gossips. And one thing that I forgot to mention is how this all turns out to be truthful. The things that I'm talking about is a game that we used to play as kids, and it's called the broken phone game. Some of you may have already played it, you may know it, A group of people, a group of kids, when we go outside on the streets, would come together and sit next to each other. And the first kid would come up with a sentence, and it will whisper it into the ear of the next kid, and the next one will pass it on to the next one, and the next one will pass it on to the next one, and it goes like that until it reaches the last kid, and then the last kid shouts out the sentence loudly. If the first kid said, "I ate an apple," the last one will say, "I am in Egypt," It is completely different, Stories are getting passed down, but are getting changed as they are. And the more people the more people that participate in the story, the more changes the story gets, the more the story changes. So this is like a way to know. If you have ever played this game, you will know that what I'm talking about is actually true. And if you haven't, then try the game, and you will realize that you cannot rely on something like a gossip or a story that is told by someone, even if this someone is someone that you trust. They may have been told a false story by the kid before them, or the kid before that kid, or the story just simply got changed. Go and talk to that person, go and interact with that person, go and experience them, go and meet them, go and see who they are for yourself. So I'm gonna leave you with this thought, and I'm gonna ask you to do a deep thinking session, or meditate for a little bit, so you can make up a mind of your own, so you can develop a thought of your own, instead of allowing every other person to impact your perception with their gossips.